Everyone has a different version of what the ideal vacation is in Hawaii. My mom, when she came out, gave me specific instructions to make sure that she spent 90% of her entire vacation either next to the pool or on the beach. One of those two. There was going to be no serious hiking, no getting up early, no crazy adventures. She wanted to relax, and I get it. She's on her feet 90% her entire day. I'm right there with you. Some days it's nice to relax. But then there are other people who come to Hawaii, and Hawaii can be a very adventurous place. Especially if you know where to look. So my family from Tahoe and Colorado came out to visit with us. And I think I talked about this a little bit in the last episode. The shark experience was like a whole amazing thing that deserved its own video. But today I want to share with you guys all the adventures that we had on the land, or the Mauka, the mountainside of Hawaii. See, in Hawaii, everything is kind of divided, especially when you give directions, between two different things: the ocean and the mountain. And it's either the house on the mountainside or the house on the ocean side. The Makai and the Mauka. So today, because I just wanted to make it simple, instead of this crazy adventure, which is what it was, we're gonna focus on the Mauka, the mountainside. I said my family was adventurous, and I mean that. The entire week that they were here, I don't think they stopped for 10 seconds to lay on a single beach towel. It was go, 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 go. I mean, they would slow down, enjoy good food, definitely ate their way across the island, and took us along with them, so thank you. There's so much to do here, and it's crazy, we just barely scratched the surface. But we started off, first morning after they arrived, we took them to a pillbox hike on the North Shore. And when you look at the pillbox hike on, All Trails app, and you're like, oh, I think it's like 1.5 miles. When you're such an experienced hiker, as my family are, they're used to multiple weeks backpacking trips, bike packing Colorado, to climbing through Yosemite, like these crazy adventures that they've had. When you see a hike as like 1.5 miles, you're probably thinking, or at least this is what I thought they would be thinking, this is going to be like a warm-up. And I told them, it's going to be very slippery. It's been really raining a lot here. But my uncle did not quite heed my warning, and instead still wore his slippers, also known as his flip-flops, to go hiking this 1.5 mile trail. And I don't blame him. I did the same exact thing the first time I hiked this thing back last summer. And you immediately, literally the first step off the pavement, my uncle slipped and nearly fell. He caught himself at the last moment. And it was like, ta-da, you have arrived in Hawaii. And hiking on the island is not like hiking on the mainland. You are going to be going from tree to tree, holding on for dear life. And I just remember my aunt laughing at just this level of silliness that this trail was just dishing out. We were going so slow, and it was so difficult. But I think they really enjoyed it, because that trail dishes out some amazing views, rain or sunshine. It seemed to be a lot of rain this time, but it delivered. And then day 2, we had another hike lined up, my favorite waterfall hike on the island. Now, the girls and I had done this in the past. It's one of those that I was just like, we've got to do this. Of all the hikes, we've got to do this on their vacation. And you have to get a permit for it. I'll put that down in the description. It was super cheap. It's mostly just to control the crowds, because you are on government property, I think the watershed property. But again, we pull up and it's just pouring rain. It's cold for Hawaii. It's pouring rain, and it's just sheer determination. Like we cannot just sit at home. We have to do this adventure, and the only chance we can do this adventure is right now. So we're gonna get out of the car and we're gonna go.
Head. Yeah, do your thing.
What's he doing?
Something dangerous.
Whoa.
Hey.
Away from the water.
Haley, don't fall. Don't fall in. This is exactly what you did last time. You fell in. Haley, Haley. Exactly what you did last time.
What?
What do you think?
Cool? I'm kind of waiting for John to get in to see how that's
Alright, let's do this.
Getting ready, going on this trail, and again, just the level of silliness, like between the mud and the bamboo forest and the birds and just the jungle, showing what the jungle can really be on the island of Oahu. Just like, I think they really enjoyed that. Multiple times you're crossing this creek, going back and forth, and because it had been raining so much, it was really flowing pretty good. A lot more than it was the time that the girls and I did this last fall. And we ended up at the waterfall, and of course, John is like trying to be macho and convinces my younger cousin Jack to, you've got to go be baptized by this waterfall. So they take off and they do this shenanigans kind of craziness, and yeah, if you were to do one hike on the island, it's really actually hard to say if you only can do one hike. But if you can only do one waterfall hike, you've got to do that. But you've got to follow the rules, and you got to get a permit. So one of the best things you can do while visiting Hawaii is to learn and appreciate about the Hawaiian people and their culture. I think so many tourists really just miss out, so many visitors miss out on this whole aspect that is Hawaii. Like, don't just do a luau. Like, you've got to really slow down and learn about their culture. And you can do this in different ways. One, which probably take the longest, is to like really stay here and learn and listen and do all these things. But if you only had a week, of course, there's the Polynesian Center, but the Polynesian Center can be, pretty pricey, and it could also potentially take up like more than one day. So you also have the Bishop Museum, But if you kind of want to combine the best of, the Mauka, the mountain and the waterfalls and the culture, then Waimea Valley and Botanical Gardens and Waimea Waterfall are the way to go. And I think at first when I was like, yeah, we're going to do this waterfall, and it does cost money. It's not as much money, not even close to the Polynesian Center, but it costs a fair bit. And I think my family was like, why don't we, is there another trail on the island? And I think as they started to learn more about it, I think I did a poor job of explaining what this was in the beginning. This is so much more than just a waterfall hike.
That would have really hurt. Nice throw, dude. A for effort. You were in it to win it on that waterfall, man.
Perfect.
We learned about these kukua nuts, right? And this is kind of the original tiki torches. They would stick, spear them, stack them, and then light them on fire. The oil inside would burn, and I think burn pretty slowly. And so that would be like your original tiki torches. I think if you go over to the Disney Aulani Resort, they actually have tiki torches like that. But they use them for all different kinds of purposes, and it turned out that as we were going through the botanical gardens, you could see them lying on the ground. And so we picked up a couple and we walked out. My cousin, and all of us were like, well, let's see if we can get this thing to burn, you know? Let's light this thing on fire. A bit silly.
I see it like
Light.
starting to burn. Yeah.
Haley, back up, dude. Haley, back up. Back up.
It's gonna be in fire.
This
You
is
could be on
incredibly
fire.
disappointing.
Well, I mean, who knows how long that thing's been sitting there.
Getting rained on. Maybe
Probably
gotta-
need a fresh one.
It smells like smoke.
It is.
Oh. Hey.
It's on fire.
There you go.
It is on fire. Look at
Oh,
that.
man.
The wind got it.
Okay, who took a breath? Who took a breath?
I kind of put together a little bit of the Mauka for my family in these 3 hikes. Really, you could have picked so many other hikes on the island to showcase the beauty of the mountains and Hawaii. And you know what? But I think they really enjoyed those 3 hikes. And again, like, you may only have a limited time if you come out here, so choose wisely. You know, 5-star nothing. There's a lot of 5 stars on here, but you don't have to. If you're an experienced hiker, don't think that you just have to do like these longer hikes. Some of these short hikes can really pack a punch and deliver a lot of technical challenges, as well as, you know, a lot of beauty and culture. So there you guys have it. Next episode is going to be the Makai, the ocean. And so I hope to God I'm not pronouncing that wrong. But next week is going to be the ocean. And you can't come to Hawaii and just sit on the beach. You've got to get in the water. No matter if it's raining or sunny, get in the water.